Hey guys, just wanted to let you know that this is an archived stream. If you want to come out and see me live, you could be in this chat, you could be up here in this little corner here. All you have to do is go to the link that's on screen, and whenever I'm live, you can come say hi. I'd love to see you there. Until then, on with the show. Alrighty. How's it going, guys? Bluer Gamer here. Welcome to my stream. It's good to see you guys. Let me see. I need to make some slight modifications here because there was some issue. I had to set this all up last minute with my stream deck, so there was some issue with what game it said we were playing, so I've modified it. We, today, are playing a game that I have not played on stream before. I got into it about a week or two ago, and I've been having an absolute blast with it. Oh my gosh, come on. There we go. And it's Orcs Must Die 2. I don't think I've ever played any tower defense on my streams before, but I'm going to be perfectly honest, I'm a huge tower defense fan. So, I've been getting really into this game because there is tower defense aspects, but it's also a very hands-on, kind of a third-person shooter sort of thing. And I'm not historically a shooter kind of person, but I found this quite enjoyable, so I wanted to replay a couple of levels that I had some problems with, and eventually try to get to this level here, Crunch, because my previous strategies have not worked. So I'll have to figure out a new strategy. Because actually, let's jump into the map real quick, and I'll show you what my strategy has been in previous levels. So what I have done is I have normally just layered spike traps everywhere, put them on the walls, put them on the ceiling, everywhere. And then I kill all the orcs that way. Now the problem is, this map that we're on, I can't use these are the only places I can use the arrow traps, and this is very limited in the usage. It's very open here in the middle with not a lot of walls on this inner defense area. So, in terms of, okay, hang on. Okay, so I can't open up what I have in lockdown work because I've technically placed something. But my only solution I've been able to come up with so far is potentially being able to put some barricades and kind of leading them along a little way before getting them here, and then I can have archers behind the barricades shooting them. Excuse me, that's all I've really been able to think of at the moment. But the reason that's a little bit of a difficulty for me is because there are very few pieces of equipment that I have fully upgraded. I think my arrow trap is one of them, or my arrow walls. I have just leveled these things up to Kingdom Come, and they're very good. I normally use them and they work very well for me, but that's not going to work this time around. Ceiling traps aren't going to work, so my haymakers I like to use aren't going to work either. Basically, wall traps and ceiling traps aren't going to work at all for the end defense, so I would have to think about ways to be able to beat that. If I had bought the auto ballista and upgraded it to be able to be placed on walls, I could theoretically use that near the end, but that's also somewhat limiting. It's just very difficult. We'd have to layer up some brimstones, or we'd have to, yeah, see, a lot of these are walls. A Paladin Guardian could have been nice, but the thing is I don't have the skulls for any of this stuff to be able to make any of the necessary upgrades. So, Spring Traps, Tar, and Spike Traps would be my best bet with some Archer Guardians and Dwarf Guardians to slow them down, but because I just want to continually push that off and I don't want to have to sort it out, we are going to go ahead and just jump into this big valleys level. Oh, it's this one. I kind of wondered why I did so poorly on this one, but I remember this one. This was the first one where they introduced these barricades, and they had 3 different areas or the 2 guys here, and then the 3 different areas of entry, with a lot of kobold sappers, basically just suicide bombers that attack these barricades. And that was not a pleasurable experience, to say the least. So what I would love to try to do is to try to, wait a second, what is that? I've never seen this before. Oh my gosh, I never used these giant hanging bombs, I occasionally used the mine carts when I played this before, but I didn't even notice there were giant hanging bombs here. That's actually really useful. Because we have to think about this. There are technically 2 ways they can exit. But if they get to this point, they're going to be splitting off anyway, so that doesn't matter too much in this case. What we need is something at the beginning to kill off kobold sappers, and then everything else will kind of we can funnel along through barricades. That's what I'd like to try to do. The thing is, we have to actually be able to pull that off. So, if we look at what we have equipped here, I honestly like what we have equipped quite a lot. Unfortunately, haymakers are not going to be that useful here, so we'll probably want to get rid of those. I could use them in these occasional underpass areas, but that's about it. That's the problem. They're very limited in their usage. Let me see, yeah, because I'm just taking a look at the way the enemy is currently funneled. Yeah, they currently go along this way. It's expected. I don't really know how we would do this, because in order to actually kill the Cobalt Sappers as they come out, we'd have to just layer up traps and basically kill them immediately. So I'm thinking Haymaker's a no-go for this level. The question is, what do we put in its place? Because there's not a lot of super useful stuff in here anyway. I obviously run the Blade Staff Blunderbuss combo, because the Blade Staff is really good, and the Blunderbuss is just broken overpowered. Honestly. It'll annihilate every enemy you see here. With the possible exception of the Cobalt Sappers, because you don't want to get close to those guys, so you just want to let your traps do the dirty work there. Yeah, the point is, I don't expect this level to be that hard. I've upgraded a lot of stuff since this is one of the earlier levels. But I want to be able to at least get the 5 skulls rating. Because I think you have to 5 skull a level before you can play it in Endless, which is where you can get tons more skulls from it. Yeah, I don't know. Haymaker is not seeming like a likely choice. Because if anything, for those ceiling areas, I've upgraded my arrow walls that they can go on the ceiling. So we don't need any ceiling traps at all. But what do we put in its place? That's up for debate. We could do... I don't want to have 3 weapons. I don't like that concept, but at the same time, I don't know when I'm going to use spike traps. How about we have up with this? We bring along the spike trap, just in case we use it, although I doubt we will. And then for our defense, what we'll have is we'll have them run along here. We'll then have them go all the way around this way, back around this way again, and then we'll have them run into here. We may be able to block off this one so that they go into that one at the far end. I don't know if that's going to mess with their pathing or not. I'm inclined to say no. If we had enough of these, the problem is they're super expensive. If we had enough of these, we could layer it so that we could try to funnel smaller enemies around a longer route, because smaller enemies can walk through things like this no problem, but larger enemies are going to break this stuff. So we have to really think about how we want to do this. For the time being, the enemy is already going to be going along this way, so I don't think we'll have to place down any protection against stuff like that. But we do want to lay some preliminary defenses for taking out Cobalt Sappers. Absolutely. And as for what those are, I'm thinking we layer this area up with spike walls, because that'll kill the guys that run out. And then we could, because we'll want to have the walls set back a little bit, so we could have traps back in here that will bait Cobalt Sappers. That's always an option. I think that's a pretty solid option to go with, honestly. And then we can layer some spike traps up front here to really mess with any Cobalt Sappers who try to get through. That is my current plan. Because we want to kill them before they get close to these, because they blow up in an explosion radius. So this is probably going to be our best bet, which means we're going to be playing up very far for the first couple rounds as we recoup our resources. But I don't think that's the worst possible outcome here, so we'll see what happens. I don't think they'd send Cobalt Sappers on the first couple waves. I don't think it's likely. I can one-shot these guys because of how much I've upgraded stuff. That tells you how far ahead advanced I am. I can one-shot these guys really easily. So yeah, we'll see what happens. The waves, yeah, I can't imagine the waves gonna be that bad. I can literally just stand here and I could be fine. It's been a long time since I've had a wave this easy. Okay. Now we have enemies coming out this way. I'm gonna put a barricade back here so they'll be forced to go around this longer route. Oh, speaking of sappers, here they are. Okay, so That was an interesting test to see how Cobalt Sappers would function. They seem like they're just booking it for me. I kind of want them to get rid of those initial barricades. So here's the problem. These archers, or these crossbow orcs, will also try to kill our barricades. So this design isn't foolproof by any means. It looks like it did some decent work, though. So we can be happy about that. In the meantime, let's layer some more spike walls. Sappers are on the way through, but they're getting killed. There we go. The Sappers don't seem to be causing too big of an issue. When the next wave comes around, we can just layer this up with spike traps, so that Sappers are not a problem. That is by far going to be our preferred route of action here. Let's just kill him. Oh! How in the world did I hit that with my blunderbuss? The nice thing about the pathing in this game is those orcs over there, they'll walk all the way down that path, see that it's walled off, and then they'll come back. They won't just know and run this way. So that gives us an opportunity to stall them along pathways to give our traps time to reset. Alright, with a slight break. We definitely need to have these set farther forward, so that Sappers are not a problem. We can use these as tar traps. Just in case they get past all that somehow, the arrow walls can take care of them that way. And then for over here, I think we'll do the same. Arrow wall there, arrow wall there. Basically, I'm just trying to make it so Cobalt Sappers can't do anything. We're already about halfway through the level, and we've just kind of sat up front killing things. Which, you know, it's not a terrible strategy. But if they get past us, we're in trouble, is my point. We will then set up some barricades back here. All these barricades are eventually going to die. That's not something I'm really concerned about. Let's go. The Sappers just seem to book it for me regardless, which is actually interesting. Because I put all this work into spikes. And wow, the radius on that is really far if that managed to hit. They were nowhere close to me. I may have to rethink my trap design slightly, but hopefully we shouldn't be too bad. The problem is I haven't upgraded my barricades at all, because I normally don't use them. Because they're introduced after Sappers are brought around, I'm pretty sure, or when Sappers are brought around. And this level serves to illustrate how barricades just get destroyed by Sappers. So the question is, why would you want to use them? And that just made me not want to use them. So here's the fun thing about the blunderbuss. Watch. There's an upgrade that makes it so that you can, and I quote, sometimes knock down heavier enemies that you can't knock back. But here's the thing. When this game says sometimes, it basically means near 100%. So you can just stun lock larger enemies in an arrow wall area like this, and they can't get through. It's the funniest thing. Because they can't do jack about it. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we'll actually start working on some defense down here. Because I really haven't done that yet, and we probably should. There we go. If we just do nothing... The Sappers seem to instinctively just run for me, which is interesting. It's not something I would expect, but I was expecting them to just book it for barricades immediately. Because the barricades are definitely closer to them than to me. But that's not seeming to be an issue. So I don't really know what to think about that. Luckily, if we don't really have to worry too much about that, because I've overthought it, then this just shows to see how much ease... Oh, a skull. I'll take that. Those are very precious. We can just kind of stun things infinitely here. Like I said, this level is very easy comparatively now because all the stuff I've upgraded. Arrow walls I've upgraded to the max, and I've just layered them everywhere, which means that these guys are absolutely dead. I mean, there's nothing they can do. I can just basically stun hack, or para-hack, or whatever you'd call it, this Earth Elemental for basically the whole game. And that really comes in useful in later levels. I don't know how you're supposed to beat some of those tougher enemies without para-hacking, or whatever it's called. It's ridiculous how tough they are. Alright, and now, for this phase of the plan, we layer up... Oh, I'm about to die. I wasn't even paying attention. We can just layer up on spike traps, tar traps, the whole 9 yards. And this will basically make it so that we shouldn't have to worry about anyone. See, those kobold runners have no idea where they're going. They're not gonna make it past this first row if I have anything to say about it. Because they're absolute wimps, and I can just shotgun them really easily. Or blunderbuss them, sorry. It's technically a blunderbuss, not a shotgun, but whatever. Oh my gosh, that thing is powerful! I noticed this doesn't regen like the minecart ones, which, to be fair, I never used it originally anyway. But that does a decent amount of damage, actually. I haven't really been using them, but maybe I should have. Let's just unlock him, and use my staff blade here to just annihilate everyone. Yeah, like I said, this level's gonna be very easy. Once we get some more skulls and actually afford to upgrade some things, I'd like to try Crunch. Because that level's by far gonna be a lot harder. I think we're about to go into the last level. I always get confused about how they label these. I'm pretty sure this is the last level. Which means we can just layer up on more arrow walls. This stuff still isn't a problem. We've just been absolutely crushing everything. Hilariously enough. Okay, I bought that one. If I just put it farther back, will that mean that they try to go farther in? I don't know. That'd be pretty funny if they did, though. And what I want to do now is buy these archers. They're basically, they're like the barricades, they have life meters, but they basically just sit here and they shoot things that are within their range. So they're very nice to have. But also, even if they die, they respawn after a couple phases. So they could really help with distracting the sappers. And by distract, I mean basically just soak them up, like they have been doing here. Oh my gosh, and they annihilated every barricade. Wow, okay. Well, that's interesting. I didn't expect them to do that much damage, but I guess all I had to do to attract the sappers was to place down some archer guardians, and then they would just instinctively run for them. So there we go. That works. Just gonna, I mean, I don't know what I don't know how they expect these to be hard if you come back with upgraded equipment. I kind of wish that, I think it'd be kind of cool if you came back and, obviously you can play it on a higher difficulty, that's not the point I'm trying to make. I kind of wish that the level would be, if they upgraded the HP of the enemies just a slight bit, just to compensate for the equipment you've upgraded. Although, to be fair, that gets rid of the purpose of upgrading your equipment at all, if they're just going to scale the difficulty to compensate. Hey, how's it going, man? Hope you're doing alright today. You have caught me playing some fun Orcs Must Die 2. I'm just going back and playing some of the earlier levels so I can get some of the in-game currency to upgrade my equipment, because I'm not looking, because I'm kind of, I think I'm stuck on one of the most recent levels. I'm not technically stuck because I haven't tried it yet, but I feel like I'm stuck, so I'm counting that. I am right next to the sappers. That's a terrible idea. Also, the archers will distract the crossbow orcs. So yeah, all in all, great time for us. Really easy stuff. We're just gonna layer down some more tar. Basically, they can't get through the front door, is my point. I got a 9 orc kill streak without doing anything at all. Let's just layer some archers in here because we can. There's no reason not to. Is this already the only one left? Oh no, they're sending more. I thought the wave was going to be over already, and that was going to be very surprising to me. Because I was back there just setting up some traps. I didn't think that all the enemies would die in the time that I was spending doing that. More sappers. We should be fine. They all basically got immediately killed, which is the point. They're very weak enemies that just blow up things. Yeah, we should be fine. My archers over here are absolutely fine. I can just layer these guys up, and they'll take care of anyone that gets over here. As you can see, there's a few enemies down there that I'll just kill really quickly. It's not a difficult level once you upgrade a ton of your equipment. There we go. I was able to get the remaining skulls that I needed. And there we go. We actually got 6 skulls. So we have 7. Let's see if we can upgrade anything. I do think barricades will be useful if we can upgrade those. The unique 2 could be very nice for recovering from sappers. I'm trying to think here. The things that barricades are going to take damage from are going to be things like the crossbow orcs and the sappers. But if we reduce the cost enough, then we don't have to worry about them self-repairing. We can just have them take reduced damage, and we'll be fine. And I don't know how much that'll be. We'll buy the cost reduction first, because I think that makes the most sense. If we're going to be using them, we want them to be cheaper. And I don't think there's really anything else that I use commonly that I can upgrade. I don't really use the dwarf, so I don't have to worry about that. I don't really use the spike trap that often. I did that level, obviously, but I don't normally. Yeah, I just tend to spam the wall traps, which, to be fair, have worked very well for me. Okay, so let's take a look at the menu again. Do we feel confident enough to... If I check something... Okay, no. Endless does not work how I thought it did. I figured that it would be every level you had 5 Sculpt would show up in Endless, but that's clearly not the case, because there are only 3 that show up, including one that I actually haven't 5 Sculpt, which, so yeah, that defeats that idea. Do we want to try... Oh, this one was annoying. I remember that one. So now that we've upgraded one thing, how about we try Crunch, and we see how it goes? I am expecting it to not go well, because as I said before, I just use wall traps pretty much non-stop. And this area that we're defending has very few wall traps, or walls to put traps on, so that definitely limits us. There are 4 entry points for these guys. We have one here. I think that's what these are. Obviously this big one over here is, if we go over there and look. It's a little difficult to get around this map, but that's okay. Yeah. You can see that there's an area up here. You can also just do that rolling log. I'm guessing that's a one-time use, so we'll have to use that wisely. Yeah, so there's 4 different ways they can come from here, which is going to be really annoying to deal with. But if we have a really strong central defense, then we can basically stand up front and weaken waves as they come to the middle, and then we can take them out there. That's my plan. If we look at what defenses or what enemies are going to be coming, basically all of them, which is annoying. The Frostbat avoids floor traps, which means we're going to have to rely on wall traps and Archer Guardians for them. The Fire Ogres and the Frost Ogres are extremely annoying. They're the guys that I talk about that I stun hack. I can't beat them unless I stun hack them. I have no clue how I'm supposed to deal with them. Same with Trolls, Gnoll Hunters, kind of. All the really high health enemies, I have no idea how you're supposed to beat unless you use the blunderbuss to just stun hack them forever. It confuses me. Let's see. We could potentially try to use the Ice Amulet for freezing everything but the Frost Ogre, and I'm assuming the Frost Bat. But I don't know how well that would work in this situation. So, we're definitely bringing the Wall Trap. Tar we're bringing, the Spring Trap we're bringing, because we can send people back up to the other side and make them come back again, which will be very useful for us. We're definitely going to bring the Archer Guardians. We're going to try bringing the Barricade. I think we're going to have to roll with this. This is probably our best bet. We could just layer some Archer Guardians around the middle and hope for the best. But I don't think that's necessarily our path to victory. Yeah, here's what I want to do. For my plan for the middle is I'm going to have walls here, and that's going to bring them along here, loop them around a little bit, and then they'll be able to get to the Nexus in the middle. That allows for us to send them on quite a goose chase while archers are shooting at them. So I think that's probably our best bet for being able to take them out. We could also have tar and spring traps along these areas to slow them down. That is going to be what we're going to do for our defense. The only question is, will it actually work? I don't know. I don't know if it'll actually work. We are going to have to wait and see on that. The question is, what do I actually want to put down? Because once I start putting stuff down and starting this wave, I'm probably going to be in trouble. We would definitely want spring traps in areas like these. Yeah, for sure. Alright, We're gonna lay down some archers and just try to roll with them, and we'll see what happens, perhaps.
Traps are just so cool.
Yeah, we're just gonna start with some barricades like this. This is an awful idea. I have nothing that actually does damage. I'm the only thing on the field that does any damage at the moment. So this is probably gonna go awfully. But building this central defense will allow us to build out from it, and that's my goal. So, let her rip. And we'll see how this goes. I am not optimistic about this. Obviously, these weak orcs are not going to be a problem because they're fodder. If we can get a really high kill streak, that'll help us get some more skulls, 65, or, not skulls, the coins or whatever they're called. Now we can just wait for them to come back. And by come back, I mean they're going to take a little while because they're slow orcs. There we go, got another 9 kill streak. We're definitely gonna need these if we want a chance here. Luckily, when they're only coming from one direction so far, it really helps out. And they're sending a bunch of weak enemies to help me recover all of my coins that I spent building nothing but barricades, which is very kind of them. Yeah, but this is just the weak enemies at the moment, so we're gonna have a really hard time once the next ones are coming. A new door is opening from the opposite direction, which means that we are probably in a big amount of trouble here. I'm guessing they're going to be coming from both directions, which means we basically have to duplicate what we've done over here, down here. And that is a very expensive idea to do. We still don't have a single actual defense around here at our base. So, I am anticipating a lot of trouble. But for some reason, they're still sending the really weak orcs, which I guess is to compensate for the ridiculously hard defense that they set us up with. There we go. Yeah, we should be fine. Or as of right now, we're fine. I have no idea what this level is going to actually throw at us in terms of complexity of the waves. These guys would just die already. My gosh. They just won't die. Luckily, yeah, like I said, luckily they're still sending really weak stuff. Let's recover our mana up a little bit. Our HP is slowly coming back. We can take a decent amount of hits with the amount of upgrades that we've done, but that doesn't mean we want to just be taking hits left and right here. So, I have to be a little careful about this. Luckily, like I said, still really weak enemies, nothing that can stun us yet. It's all manageable. Okay, here's the nice thing. No new gates are opening yet. So this allows us to better fortify our central area. And that's going to be very important to us. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go Archer and Archer. We technically have defense here now. So if something slips past us without us paying attention, then we should be fine. Now here's the problem. Oh my gosh, there's an ogre. Those guys can stun us, so we just need to kill them quickly. There we go. He's taken care of. This wave is more or less good. See, this ogre, we can kind of just leave him alone. We need to go take care of this other thing. Oh my gosh, those archers have such good range. They're shooting them from across there. I didn't know they could do that, but that makes me like them so much more now. Granted, their damage probably isn't going to be super high, but it's better than nothing. Oh, I'm getting stun locked by the ogre. Run away. I'm stuck on the wall for some reason. Let's not have that happen. Yeah, why would you not use the blunderbuss? This thing is insanely overpowered. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but that's not the point. It just... Uh-oh. Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. No! I'm getting stun locked by ogres! No! Okay. Ogre's here, we're in trouble. Enemies have actually made it over here, which is bad. Bad for us. He is stunning our archer. He's gonna... Oh, this is bad. They already made it through. Oh my gosh, this is bad. This is not working out at all. Yeah, it turns out when you don't have anything that actually does damage, you have a hard time. Okay, yeah, the fact that we're only in wave 3 and they're already crushing us means that idea is not going to work. So we're just going to start over because we're obviously going to lose that, and we need to rethink our strategy. Those heavy enemies are the problem because I don't have traps that are actually doing damage to them. I liked that the archers were able to shoot across there. That was a really nice feature. Ballista, see, if we had a ballista, we could mount ballistas all under here and here, and that would be amazing for defense. But we don't have ballistas. We're stuck with archers, which do basically nothing against ogres. I have to think about how in the world I want to do this.
Arrows for everyone.
We're gonna start with an arrow trap on each side like this. We could just dump the rest in the archers, but I don't really feel confident in doing that. Yeah, we have to throw arrow walls wherever they will go, because that's the only because they're only gonna be able to go there. Is my point. We're severely limiting ourselves if we don't actually place these things, because otherwise we have to rely on archers, and they are notoriously unreliable. Alright, and we can go around and we can place the same thing over there. We can have a trap at the beginning to at the very least weaken guys as they're coming out the door. And yeah, another thing about this setup is because you can't get across that gap there, if you commit to being over here and killing enemies,
They'll never notice this.
you are going to be... Oh, that's actually not a great placement. We'll do it there instead. That's a better placement overall. I could just jump in the acid and teleport over there maybe, but... Oh, which side am I on? Oh, and I jumped in the acid anyway, so... We didn't really save any time there, did we? And I don't know which side I upgraded. Why has the level music already kicked in when we haven't started fighting yet? That is very weird. Why? I can't say I've ever seen it do that
Something
before.
for your face.
I'm not complaining or anything. I like the music, but I'm just confused. All right, yeah, we'll put an arrow trap on each, or we'll do 2 arrow traps on each side, just to take advantage of these points where they're based, these choke points. And then we shall dump the rest into archers at our little center here. And we're gonna have to rely on that and hope that works. We could also have spring traps along these walkways that just launch the enemy off into oblivion, which is always a good idea, I'd say. We should be able to do a barricade
This way, Mr. Orc.
and then 2 spring traps that just launch them straight into the wall and down to their death. So good stuff overall. And yeah, we'll try this. I'm slightly more confident in this setup because I at the very least have arrow walls set up now. And they are going to do more and they're going to at least do something. If we watch, they're at the very least weakening these guys. I mean, I could already one-shot them anyway with my bow blade or my staff blade. But at least I have these here now to help out. It's a consolation at the very least, because I can be off fighting one wave, and the other wave is getting weakened at ever so slightly by the arrow trap. The ogres are obviously still going to be a problem, because the ogres' spike traps basically mean nothing to them. A haymaker would actually have been pretty decent in this room. We just don't have one set up. Yeah, the ogres we'll have to deal with ourselves anyway. That's not something arrow walls are going to be able to take care of. There we go. And these guys should die any time now. There we go. And now we have to run all the way back over here. Very slow, very, very slow. Let's buy 2 more arrow walls. I know we still don't have any defense in here. And you're right, I don't. But I like arrow walls better. We could also do spring traps here and experiment with that idea a little bit. Like this. Because I think that will fling some guys off. I'm actually going to let them walk all the way through because I want to see how effective it is. And my arrow walls are killing things, which is nice. Go on. It actually launches them up there, which is... I'm not sure where... Oh, yeah, that's not going to work at all. That actually skips them past my arrow walls. Yeah, that won't do at all. Wow, okay. That's actually worse than if I had not placed them. Okay, well, at the very least, we know not to do that now. And we can come up here, we can kill some orcs, because that's just what we do. We'll just use our blunderbuss, because why not? I can basically one-shot most of these guys. Oh no, I activated the log! That's not what I wanted to do! Come on! I clearly didn't shoot that. That is a weakness of the blunderbuss, I'll say that much. That is a significant weakness.
Spring trap. Filling orc dreams of flight.
Okay, well, we have those set up at least. Now we need to just layer some archers up here and hope they will save me. Because ogres are coming, and ogres are just the worst. We'll go take care of this wave first, because this ogre technically, or these guys are technically coming out first. Now we can just unlock the ogre. Really easy stuff. Nice and easy stuff. Oh, he actually just died from fall damage or something? I don't know what he died from. Okay. We can leave that ogre alone now. We need to go take care of the rest of these guys. Where archers are whittling down slightly. That is an ogre that they are... Oh, the arrows wall slowed them down. I forgot they could do that. That's one of the amazing upgrades I bought. Dead ogre. The best kind of ogre. Alright, that ogre is going to be alone there now. That ogre is very close to death, actually. Let's try to finish him off. Anytime now. There we go. Are they guaranteed dropping coins? It feels like they're dropping a lot of coins. I may as well use my mana grenades, since I'm going to be recovering mana anyway. I feel like they're guaranteed dropping coins, which is very nice, actually. It does kind of feel like they are. Haha! Oh, these arrow walls are so great. Alright, and now the side doors are opening, which means we are absolutely dead now. I don't remember if Cobalt Sappers were coming. I want to say they weren't, which means that we could actually path these guys pretty well. If I do this, they can still apparently fit through there, which is really annoying. I mean, how can they still fit through there? If I do this, then they're just going to go through that gap. So I don't really know what I'm supposed to do about that. I don't want to use 2,400 just to wall off one side. That does not seem very useful.
Luckily, orcs can't jump.
And then we're going to do our spring traps, and we have 4,000 left to distribute. I'm actually going to bring back the archers for now to see how much currency we actually have to work with. We're definitely putting arrow walls on all sides like this, because we have to take advantage of every wall slot we have. for something. And that leaves us with a slight amount left. I am going... You know what? I will sink the money into buying 3 of these, which I really don't like to do, but I will do. In this case, we could also put archers behind here. And except for the occasional crossbow work, that should actually help us out. We can sell that barricade to buy what we need for over here.
Last thing
I think that's matched. Yeah, that is mirrored. We have 78 currency left to our name. Let's try this and see how it goes. I don't think there are any sappers. That is a frost ogre immediately out the gate. Well, that is just an absolute pain in the butt, because I'm gonna get stun locked now. Okay. We know what to do. Just sit here motionless as we stun lock a frost ogre. The most exciting thing in the world. And while the frost ogre is getting closer to us, we can... How did he still hit me? How did that butt still hit me? See, I've been doing nothing but stun locking him, and he still is at a decent amount of health. Uh-oh. Let's get some health back. I know they're in the East Hall. Stop telling me about it. I'm trying to kill a frost ogre. There we go. Okay. And they're probably sending a frost ogre or a fire ogre over this end. They tend to match those somewhat. Although I'm not actually seeing one over here. Which, you know what? I am not going to complain about that. What is shooting me? There is a frost ogre over here, however. Okay, bad, this is bad. This is bad, this is very, very bad. Dang it! How the heck are you supposed to stop these guys?
Is that all you got?
I don't understand how you're supposed to stop them, honestly. The path is so short, you only have access to floor traps. What are you supposed to do there, is my question. Alright, we're gonna layer up on archers, and hope that that fixes the problem. We do have to rebuy this barricade. Like so. Oh, the frost bats are coming now. I don't know how we're gonna deal with them. Let's get rid of the Earth Lord now, because they're just annoying. Oh, that was dumb. I made the barricades take damage. Well, there we go. They're at least taken care of.
That's a lot of dead orcs.
I'm slightly concerned about the frost bats. Oh, they're taking that route. Ah, okay. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't entirely know what I'm going to do about this. I'm kind of relying on my archers to do anything here. Anything at all. Luckily, I should be able to take care of them. The flyers aren't very strong, for obvious reasons. If they made the flyers really strong, that would just be overpowered. I'm glad to see the spring traps are actually working. I wasn't sure if they would, but they are clearly doing something. Occasionally. Okay, now we gotta bolt over here to take care of these guys. Oh, that works so well. It doesn't do too much, but it occasionally gets an enemy or two, and it's so satisfying. What in the world was that? I don't even have a spring trap there. Where did that guy go? Let's just do this. Hope to hit him. Okay, we did. There we go. Now we have no clue where they're going to be coming from. So...
A treat for you.
I don't know, let's do that. Again, I don't entirely know what to do here. When we have such a limited area of defense, or limited options for our defense, I'm not entirely sure what our options can be. That was a mistake, because now... Oh, Kobold, dude. Or the... the Kobold Hunters. They are annoying. The Knoll Hunters, sorry. Oh, well, I got one. Okay, well, at the very least, I got rid of them. The Archer's down for a little bit, though. I don't know really where to defend. They're kind of coming from every direction here. Okay, so that held them back slightly. Let's go over here now.
Acid trip. Get it? Acid trip.
I don't... Oh, there's crossbow orcs just sitting here.
Population.
Well, that's... You're not, you guys don't seem very helpful, do you? Yeah, I don't really know what to do here. The archers are dying, because of course they are. That guy just walked right past, so that's always nice. Yeah, see, I hope you guys can kind of see what I was a little bit perplexed about this level. There's so little you can do for defense over here, because there's not a lot of great options for floor traps. Or not that I have. I mean, I have spike traps, but those really aren't good. They're very limited in their use, I'd say. I could just layer up spring traps more, but that doesn't help against the tougher enemies. That, yeah, like I said, that can help slow down smaller enemies, but that's not going to do anything against the big ones. So what do? No clue. You just layer up on spike traps. We did get our archers back, actually. That's pretty nice timing. I kind of feel like we should just throw some spikes in. And that's what we do with our remaining currency. I don't know, honestly. This is difficult, to say the least.
Ready for more.
Oh my gosh, it's Carrot King. How goes it, man? I hope you're doing all right. I would give a more proper hello, but I just temporarily was confused about what was going on. Hi! How are you doing, Carrot King? I hope you're having a fantastic day. It's good to see you. I'm just playing some Orcs Must Die 2 today. I haven't really played this for my streams historically, but I got into it a couple weeks ago, and I was stuck on a difficult level, so I thought, where better to try to beat it than on a stream, right? That's how that works, isn't it? The flyers are gonna be as annoying as always. The kobolds are dead. I don't entirely know what to do here. I started this level with about 30 life, and we are down to significantly less than 30 life now. There's 4 ogres, which I have to try to stun lock all of them somehow. And they're on 2 opposite sides of the map, which is lovely. You know what, this ogre's pretty much dead. Let's just finish him off. And now we can go take care of these 2. There's more enemies coming I have not been paying attention to. Oh my gosh, he almost made it past. I was able to stun both the archer and me. Oh my gosh, that was really close. Another good... You know, I think I've heard someone mention that. It may have been you, actually. Oh my gosh. What am I supposed to do here? There's 3 enemies that I have to stun lock on each side. One of which actively recovers HP. So I don't know what exactly I need to do here. Killing the ogres could work for a start. There's one down. There's another down now. They're just walking straight past. I am actively about to lose this, actually. Oh my gosh. Go away! There's still more coming! What? That shouldn't count. Okay, well... we are probably gonna lose this now. Yeah, this is not going very well. We have 5 more waves.
That was fun.
We have a decent amount of money, but we're just kind of dying.
Ready?
Arrow trap, arrow trap, arrow trap. We'll hope for the best.
Time to dance.
Now we can go put the arrow traps over on the other side. The thing is, with the archers dead, the flyers are now going to be a lot more annoying. So... I don't exactly know how I'm going to handle them, although... I don't think we have any this way, which is actually interesting. Crossbow orcs, you guys can just all get hit by grenades, I don't really care. We have to focus on these waves out here, because they have a significantly shorter distance to walk to actually get to where they could pose a problem. So yeah, we'll try to take care of them. Oh my gosh. They just kind of walk past everything I set up, so I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. Oh! There are actually a lot of flyers. Oh my gosh. Okay, well let's take care of them. Alright, now we can get back to taking care of these guys. That ogre still has a lot of HP, actually, so we will whittle him down a bit, stun lock him a little bit. Okay, we have to go defend the other side now. I don't even know what's over here. I probably should have looked. Because we're at 4 HP. We really can't afford to not be looking at that sort of thing. Oh my gosh, the frostbats are right there! Where the heck did you come from? Okay, help! Help, please! Help! Oh my gosh! I'm stunned. This is really bad, actually. We're somehow hanging in, which I'm not sure how we are. But we actually are managing to survive this. Oh my gosh, dude. How the heck are we actually surviving this? What do we even do now? I have tons of money, and I don't know how to spend it. The flyers are really annoying. I think we may need to buy more archers just so we can take care of the flyers. And also to protect against the kobolds, because these guys are not gonna stop. And they're still almost getting through. How? How are you still almost getting through here? You shouldn't be. Okay, we have absolute tons of archers now. And a no hunter who can apparently go over barricades. I did not know that. Okay, he's dead. There is a no hunter actively attacking my archers, and these guys aren't doing anything about it. Can you guys please do something about it? Oh my gosh! Do something! There's an Earth Lord here! Where did you come from? Oh, we're at 1 HP. This is bad. We're at 1 HP. It's not looking good. Yeah, it's over. Oh my gosh, we got crushed! We didn't even... Oh my goodness. No, we're not trying that level in apprentice mode. That's admitting defeat. What I think we may have to do is we may have to play an endless level. See how long we can last and just get tons of skulls from it, ideally. We could try beating precipice or passages to get some extra skulls from that. We could also do upstairs, downstairs, corridors. We do have 6 skulls, although we didn't get anything from that, so it's still the same as before. Let's try passages. Oh, it's this one. Right, okay. I don't remember having that difficult of a time with enemies on this level. I just remember not getting a very high score, apparently, which confused me. Yeah, this one's slightly annoying. Okay, what do we want to buy? Absolutely not spike traps. Haymakers are going to be very nice to have here. And that, I think we're going to run with that similar layout. Although barricades aren't super useful here either, honestly. We do have the option of channeling these guys up under these walkways here, but I really don't want to do that. I'd prefer if they didn't, actually. So how about... Actually, this may work. If we put barricades at the very end here, I think they're going to walk all the way down this hallway and then turn around. I haven't actually tried that before, but I think that may actually work. Because of the way that the pathing works in this game, if you're not familiar, Carrot King, is enemies are going to walk as far as they can in the direction that they think they can go. And then the instant that they realize they can't go any farther, so for example, an enemy will come up the staircase, run all the way along here, get to here and think, oh, I can't go any farther anymore, and then they'll turn around and go back. So that could allow us to really prolong some of the waves, especially this area here, and that's essentially going to mean that we don't have to worry about defending up here. We can just channel all of our defenses down here, and just make extremely tough places to break through. We're gonna do that for spacing. Yeah, we could just layer up on spikes, which is always a solid strategy, I'd say. We could also put archers down here, and these guys can actually shoot from above. And I think that is actually gonna be my strategy for now. It's an expensive one, absolutely, but for the start, I think we're good. And these guys are absolutely no problem. I'll just chuck some grenades that they're gonna walk into. The the staff blade would have done more damage to them and would have allowed me to get more kill streak, which is better for points. But honestly, we're fine for now. We're fine. They always start us off with really weak enemies, so we don't have to worry for a little bit. I do remember there being sappers. I just don't know how much of an effort we're gonna have to put into prolonging them, because they're going to beeline for the character, for guardians like the archers, and for barricades. So if we, because for example we put the barricades at the top, I'm not sure if these sappers are going to run all along that way to actually get to there. So what I think I want to try to do is actually put some defense against some sappers. Like haymakers. Haymakers are great defenses against sappers. If we put a haymaker there, and a haymaker over here or something, I don't know. Slightly off-centered from what I'd put otherwise, but we're fine. You see, look, the enemies are going up there. The haymaker's messing them up a bit, doing some damage to them, as you can see up top. And now they're turning around. So that means that we're going to be able to channel basically everything through this area down here, which is going to make things so much more manageable. It's a shame that they turn around up there instead of actually going farther. But at the very least, it means that they go up and back down the staircase. So, much more manageable. We're gonna do this. Yeah, just basically make this place a nightmare to get through. That is my design for these type. You just make insane choke points, and make it so the choke points just annihilate everything in sight. That is what you do on a level like this. But yeah, if that's the case, barricades have gotten a lot more useful now that I know actually how the pathing in this game works. There we go. And the best part is we could put springs at the end and launch them back into the room to where they can get hit with spikes again. Those guys are fast. Yeah, there go the sappers. The haymaker is supposed to stop them. It's not. It's a real pain in the butt. See, it kind of stopped them. We clearly gonna have to put some more defenses up here to slow down the sappers. And the runners. Although, we don't have too much to worry about with them. Oh my gosh, the sappers are still coming. I'm dead. Whoops. Okay, did they destroy the barricades? Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, that's really annoying, actually. That's 1,600 currency I'm not getting back now. Well, you live and you learn. Okay, well now that we know that they can get past the haymaker, apparently.
Like catnip with orcs.
We can just layer up on spikes. And that should take care of any sappers. This should now take care of any sappers. And if sappers still get through, then I have serious problems with this game. I'll have serious problems if that's the case. We could put another haymaker here just to mess them up a little more. Yeah, but all this defense here is purely for sappers, so it's a little bit of a waste. But I'm absolutely terrified of sappers messing up this plan. So,
Dibs on the orcs.
Let's see. No sappers for now. There's stuff coming from that way. We don't have to worry about that yet. I think crossbow guys will actually attack the barricades. But will they get far enough to attack the barricades? Not if I kill them first. That is sappers. I recognize that sound immediately. Where are they? Oh, they're over there. Oh, if the arrow traps are on cooldown, then they're not actually going to stop the sappers. There we go. We'll just mess those guys up. Okay, what exactly are we doing here? The sappers are all taken care of, fortunately. These archers are taking a little bit of a beating. I didn't necessarily anticipate the crossbow guys being this big of a problem. Oh, there's still a goblin down here. Okay, let's just get rid of... Or orcs, sorry. These aren't goblins. What am I talking about? I'm just rambling on about nonsense, apparently. Let's actually trim back on the archers for now.
Let's roll.
I think there are flyers eventually. I think instead we should set these guys a little farther back so that they can focus on the flyers. Let's watch. The sappers should be taken care of. And they also blow up each other, which is really great. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't look like the sappers are going to be a problem. The defenses we've set up are fortunately taking care of them. Yeah, and now that we don't have to worry about the area up top anymore, we can basically just stand here and kill to our heart's content. Because who doesn't want to kill orcs, right? Especially ones that can't move, apparently. Alright, let me see here. Alright, but while we sit here, while I'm just killing orcs mindlessly, because obviously I could be doing other things with my alternate personality or something. The other guy who's sitting up in my brain, who's not killing orcs, that person, whoever that is, wants to ask you guys what your favorite thing has been about today. Because I mean, for me, as an example, it's already 4:30. I know it's not necessarily the case for all of you. For people like Drager, it'd be 4 a.m. or something already. So obviously that doesn't apply to everyone. But what's your favorite thing been about today? Have you watched a good movie? Have you eaten something delicious? Perhaps.
A troll. Take him down fast.
Oh, I heard troll. I don't like them. Okay, where is the troll? Anyway, ignore what I'm saying. Where can a man find a troll? I don't know, I'll worry about it later. But yeah, I'd love to hear about, if you've done anything interesting today. If you're still here at Carrot King, I'd love to hear from you. Abe, if you're still here, I honestly have no clue. If you guys are still here, cool, hi! I should let my arrow traps do some more work. These things are really nice. You can just launch some grenades in there. Oh! Where did that come from? I don't remember having a giant log. Oh, you were at school, eh? What happened? What happened? What did I kill? Okay, never mind. Well, I hope your day at school went well. I actually didn't think classes were still in. Obviously, it depends for places around the world, but even for some of the later schools around here, they normally would get out a week ago, so that surprises me. But I hope your school went well at the very least. How much longer do you have left for your schooling, or are you doing summer classes or something for a college situation? Because I keep forgetting that college summer classes are a thing for college classes, because I can't really do them well because of financial reasons. But yeah, I just always forget because I'm apparently a genius. I don't know. Okay, I have a better idea actually. Let's do tar traps here, and then spring traps. And we can also just layer tar traps in here. If you're looking for an expensive way to slow enemies down, may I present the tar trap. And that's about it. Health potion over here. Sappers are inbound. Let's see. They are going to be on the left side, probably. There they are. Can my guys actually take care of them? Apparently not. Rolling grade 9 at the moment. Oh, the 18th. Okay, interesting. Wait, what? Sorry, I thought sappers made it through, which they actually are. My guys just are not doing anything up there, apparently. I'm not doing any real schoolwork. Oh, you got to play dodgeball for half the school? That's pretty great, honestly. That sounds quite enjoyable. Let's see if I can hit those sappers. I don't know. Yeah, they're not making it through here. We're fine down here. And I remember back in the day when I played dodgeball. Gosh, there was actually one time for PE back when I was in middle school. Oh, these archers are useless, actually. Yeah, back when I was in middle school, there was one time we played hockey. Kind of, you know, you're in a gymnasium, so it's basically you're playing with actual hockey sticks and a puck, but it's a gym floor, so you don't have ice or skates or anything. And we did that for about maybe 9 weeks or so. That was so much fun. I remember, those were good times indeed. Alright, I don't know how these barricades are still taking damage. They shouldn't be. We should be annihilating these sappers. But we're not, which is really stupid.
It'll hurt a lot.
Ah, we have a bot. No one click on that bot, because it is evil. The bot does not like you. Don't think that it likes you. Oh, hello. Hang on. Let me just set up some spike traps for you guys to walk into. There you go. I could also technically put a haymaker in here, which would be really funny. Yeah, let's just slap some haymakers on the front. And just mess them up. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I think that's just how they get their. I think that's just how they get your credit card information. So, I wouldn't recommend it, obviously. Once you just not get paid for it, anyways. I have no clue, honestly. That's a valid point. I don't know. I don't really have to worry about the Prime stuff for now because no one can use them on me because I'm not a Twitch affiliate yet. So I don't have to worry about people doing it unless people just really want to buy Twitch affiliates, or unless people really just want to buy Primes for some reason. Come on. That was really embarrassing. I wasn't really watching my screen, so I was just swinging wildly and not hitting anything. That does seem like me. Let's
just leave this right.
Let's just really protect against sappers. We don't really have much to fear at this point besides sappers. So we can just layer spike traps everywhere. Here's something fun I like to do. Let's just run up here. La 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 la. Something I like to do is I like to put the spring traps along these entrance areas because there's the lava down on the sides. So the spring traps can just launch enemies into the lava and just get you free kills. And it helps thin up the waves at the very beginning for your traps at the end to do more. Oh my gosh. The funny part is they can't actually even get in because the haymakers are in the way. It does do a great job of weakening them, softening them up a bit. Oh my gosh, this feels brutally effective. What's all this stuff going on? I keep seeing little explosion signals, excuse me, on the map. That leads me to believe sappers are doing something, but there are no sappers in sight, so I don't quite know who to believe. Did I start with 27 or did something get through? I feel like I wouldn't have started with 27. Hang on. Yeah, it wouldn't tell me, would it?
I'm the Tower of Power.
Oh, the guy's gone back down. Blunderbuss to the face.
Yes.
That was really cool, actually. I didn't think I would be that cool.
Oh.
Yeah, you can just lair up on spring traps, and these things are absolutely hilarious. Just like so. It's really expensive, but it's really funny. And then you can do something like this, with spring traps facing in that way to further slow people down. It doesn't work at all against the big enemies, but the big enemies are going to be then filtered through, and then you can just crush them anyway, so no worries.
Spring trap. Fulfilling orc dreams of flight since 11:39.
There we go. Yeah, we are, we have a pretty solid layout here, if I do say so myself. Alright, let's jump back into this. Sappers are inbound. Let's go find them, because we must kill them all. There they are. They slipped right past the haymaker somehow, so that's just lovely. Yeah, I can already hear those spring traps doing amazing work over here. Look at that! Look at it! Look at it go!
Welcome to Kill Street.
You can just kind of kite them around until they reset. It just really slims. Ah, nope, nope, nope. I don't know how they still get through all of that stuff. It's insane to me, honestly. Get out of my way, I'm trying to kill the sappers. Yeah, this is pretty great. The spring traps have basically completely killed this entire wave because there are no big enemies. Oh yeah, they can't do anything. They're bums. The whole lot of them, they're bums. Oh, never mind. They actually have gotten here. Any sappers up here? There is a sapper there. We'll kill them. Yeah, honestly, these guys are not super difficult. Let's just launch grenades and try to hit the sappers. It does look like we hit them. Wow, an ogre getting to this point and taking that much damage. That's pretty insane. Oh, it's a sapper. Yeah, you do not want those kobold sappers anywhere near you. They're not fun. Where was there an enemy left after all that? I totally missed it. Okay, I don't know. But we're getting close to the final wave.
Must be at least this tall to ride.
You can just layer up on spring traps. Because why not? And then haymakers. The one problem with this strategy is that ogres will basically run through the middle and mess up all of the spring traps you laid out. So it's not a foolproof strategy by any means, but it's certainly... What is going on up here? It made it sound like sappers were causing a problem, but it doesn't seem like they were. So I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know, we can just sit here and kill. These guys are so bulky, I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do with them. Unless you have the blunderbuss stun lock, which is insanely powerful. But yeah, I could just literally stand here, and I don't have to worry about anything else, because sappers ideally get killed by walking through that whole mess I have set up. Now, I will say my kill streak isn't normally that high, because the spring traps fire so intermittently. It does mean I'm constantly killing things, though, which is pretty satisfying. We'll do that.
Kill streak.
I kind of want to set up more haymakers and just make this place impossible to get through. That seems like a winning strategy, in my opinion. Look at it go! My one question is, can arrow walls shoot through haymakers? Because if they can't, then I'm kind of defeating the purpose. I'd like to think that the haymakers are really good. Where's there an enemy at? Did I break something?
Break time.
Oh. I don't know what just happened there. I think they just decided to give me... all the money late or something. That was weird.
Bang.
Yeah, we are just gonna buy a butt-ton of haymakers. Because why not? That just sounds hilarious. Nope, sappers are still getting through somehow. Despite all this work I put into actually making a sturdy system, they're still getting through. Oh gosh. These barricades are in very bad shape. Oh my gosh. I can kind of see now how the regen would be better than just being bulkier. I can kind of see that now. Okay. Well, what do we do now? Let's just kill some crossbow orcs. I think I can 3-shot them anyway, so it's not that difficult. I will say trolls are a bit of a pain in the butt. Earth Elemental, we can just stun lock like this. Nice and easy.
I live for mass orc killing.
Oh, dude, the haymakers are so fun. You can just chuck some mana grenades every now and then. Get an insane kill streak. Although 7, that one wasn't even that good, actually. I'm just gonna stand here and tank their vicious attacks because I'm not scared of them. There we go, and we'll just buy more haymakers, because why not? Oh my gosh, these things just annihilate anything that... Oh my gosh. Those things are so... That's gotta be 5 skulls, come on. That's still only 4? What do you have to do to get 5 skulls on this level? Okay. I have to check something. Okay, no! So, apparently you start with 30, so at some point throughout that level, I totally missed something slip by me and I lost 3 health. When in the world did that happen? Okay, well I'm not redoing the level, obviously, because I don't have enough time. But when in the world did that happen? Also, am I slightly off by what I was thinking? And actually, hang on. Barricades. Self-repair. Oh, am I seriously 1 short on that? Well, dang it. If I had 5 skull, that one I actually could have gotten the other upgrade I wanted to. I didn't even really want that one. I would have preferred the cost reduction. Because getting these things down to 600 eventually from their initial cost of 900 is an absolutely insane deal. And I don't think there's anything else from what I remembered left to upgrade. I could actually upgrade my blade staff. And my blunderbuss I could technically do as well, but the blunderbuss grenades I don't use that often, although I did find myself using them quite a few times this time around. Yeah, upgrading the blade staff damage could be pretty nice. It would help me out quite a bit, actually. Yeah, so next time I play that, whether it's on my own or for streaming, that's probably what I will end up buying. Once I actually get the skulls for it, of course. Well, we have 10 minutes. That is not enough time for a level. These levels tend to be anywhere between 20 and 30 minutes from my experience, unless you just get crushed like I did on Crunch. So yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Thank you guys for watching. I enjoyed this. I'm not sure if you guys enjoyed this. This is very different than what I normally play, but to be perfectly honest, I just wanted to play this game. I was originally gonna do Fall Guys, but the more times I try to set up in my Streamlabs, the more times it just does not work, and it gets worse and worse. I don't know how that happens, but for now I can't stream Fall Guys, which is really annoying because I want to. So I ended up doing this instead because my plan didn't work, but I hope you guys had fun anyway. Carrot King, Abe, it was great seeing you guys. It was really fun to watch. I'm glad to hear that. Admittedly, I haven't been playing super difficult levels except for Crunch, where I obviously did really bad. I would totally get the game, but I'm poor. I don't think it cost that much. I ended up getting it in a Humble Bundle, I think, which is the only reason I even knew about it. But I don't think it's that expensive if I had to guess. Because the game's pretty short. These are, I think, these are all the levels. It's not a super long game as far as I'm aware. Now, I could very easily be wrong. I don't remember what the price is. But, yeah, I think it's a fun game. If it's $60, don't buy it. It's not worth $60 or something. But, you know, if it's worth $10, I'd say it's worth $10. I don't know. Alright, so, like I said, I'm going to call it there. Thanks for watching. I have to get this thing. It's 11. Oh, yeah. Saving for a new PC. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I have to get this thing edited and archived, because if I don't get started on that, it can sometimes not even finish in the night, because YouTube can just be really stupid sometimes. So yeah, thanks for watching. Until next time, I should be back on Wednesday. By the way, guys, I know there's only 1 or 2 of you here to actually hear about this, but I'm thinking Day 0 of Tiramis may be happening soon in terms of our official launch. I'll keep you guys updated on that, but when it happens, I'm planning on streaming the first day, most likely. It's not going to be any story stuff. I think it would be just the SMP part of it instead of the story basis. But yeah, figured I'd let you guys know. So I'm planning on streaming that. We'll see when it happens. Like I said, I have to keep you guys updated. I'll probably let you know on Twitter. Until next time, then, it's Bloober Gamer signing off. I have to be over here. God bless America.